You're sitting in an interview trying to type fast enough to catch what the candidate just said about their salary expectations. But here's the problem. While you're typing, you stop listening. And the moment you stop listening, you miss the one detail that actually matters. This happens in recruiting interviews every single day, and most recruiters don't even realize it's costing them better hires. I spent the last year testing over 25 AI note takers built for exactly this problem. Today, I'm ranking the 4 best ones for recruiters in 2026 so you can stop choosing between taking notes and actually doing your job. Let's start with number 1. Bluedot lands at the top of this list for a few reasons that matter specifically for recruiters. The biggest one is bot-free recording. Instead of a bot joining your call and sitting there like an uninvited coworker, Bluedot uses a Chrome extension or a desktop app that records through your system audio. Your candidate never sees it. That matters a lot in recruiting, where sensitive topics like compensation and a candidate's current employer come up constantly. After the call, Bluedot gives you a structured AI summary with the exact details you care about as a recruiter. What makes this especially useful for recruiting is the custom notes feature. Instead of getting a generic summary, you can build your own interview template with the exact fields you need, things like salary expectations, notice period, cultural fit notes, or whatever your process requires. Bluedot then folds that template in automatically after every call. There's also an AI chat built right into the summary. So if you're trying to remember a specific thing a candidate said, you just ask and Bluedot pulls it from the transcript in seconds. No more scrubbing through a 45-minute recording to find one answer. It works on Google Meet, Zoom, and Microsoft Teams, so you're not forced to live inside one platform. And when it comes to pushing notes into your ATS, Bluedot now integrates directly with Ashby, which is one recruiters have been asking for, along with Zapier and Make for everything else. Pricing starts at $14 per user per month on the annual plan, and every paid plan includes unlimited storage. That's actually rare in this category. Most competitors completely delete your data after a few months, which makes it nearly impossible to build a searchable database of past interviews and candidates. Bluedot keeps everything. Next up, Dover. Dover is a bit different from everything else on this list. It's not a standalone note taker. It's a full applicant tracking system with AI note taking built directly into it. For startups that are still figuring out their recruiting process from scratch, that's genuinely appealing because you get everything in one place without needing to wire tools through Zapier. Dover also integrates with over 100 job boards, including LinkedIn and Indeed, and it has its own marketplace where you can hire pre-vetted fractional recruiters at hourly rates, typically between $75 and $125 per hour. The post-interview notes are solid too. You can build custom feedback forms for each interview stage, and Dover fills them in automatically after each call ends. Here's the catch. The AI note taker only works on Google Meet and only for interviews that are scheduled through Dover itself. So if your team runs on Zoom or Microsoft Teams, this tool doesn't work for you. There's also no bot-free option, and the only paid tier with AI note taking is $199 per month. For that price, you get a lot of recruiting features, but a pretty limited note-taking tool that can't follow you outside of its own ecosystem. Speaking of structuring your interviews, if you're the kind of recruiter who likes to go into a call with a clear framework rather than winging it, I've got something free for you. Bluedot has a career development conversation template you can grab right now. No email required, no account, no sign-up wall. Just download it and you're good to go. It helps you structure conversations that actually surface the details you need from a candidate instead of realizing halfway through the call that you forgot to ask about their timeline. The link is in the description. Okay, now back to the list. Next on the list is Metaview, which is built exclusively for recruiting teams, and it shows. The most interesting thing it does is evaluate candidates against your actual job description after each interview. When that works well, it speeds up your screening process. It also has the longest list of native ATS integrations on the list, over 50, including Greenhouse, Lever, Ashby, Workable, and Bamboo HR. If your team is deep inside one of those platforms, Metaview connects without needing any middleware. Here's why it's third and not first. The base plan for just the note taker runs between $50 and $60 per user per month. That's more than double what you pay for at Bluedot. And the most useful features are locked behind the full platform tier with a custom pricing that you can't even see on their website. Users also report accuracy issues in non-English interviews, and the bot sometimes fails to join scheduled calls. In recruiting where candidates reschedule constantly, that's a real problem. For large enterprise teams with a massive hiring pipeline, Metaview might just justify the cost. For most recruiters, you're paying a premium for features that are either locked away or inconsistent at any given day. Finally, the last one is Fireflies. Fireflies is a general purpose meeting assistant, but it has a strong set of features that recruiting teams can genuinely use. The standout is its conversation analytics. It can analyze talk time ratios, detect candidate sentiment, and surface culture fit signals from your interviews, which make it useful not just for evaluating candidates, but also for coaching interviewers on your team. It also integrates natively with Greenhouse, Lever, and Bamboo HR without needing Zapier. The problems, though, are real and worth knowing before you commit. By default, the Fireflies bot joins meetings automatically and sends summaries to every single participant on the call, including your candidates. If your notes contains evaluations, compensation feedback, or anything internal, that's a serious problem. The bot also spreads through your organization the moment any one user connects their calendar, and multiple users have reported that it keeps joining meetings even after they've canceled their subscription. Then there's the pricing. The base plan looks reasonable at $10 per seat per month, but every AI feature, including the analytics and ATS integrations, runs on a credit system. Those credits run out fast. They don't roll over at the end of the month, and the add-on packs go from $5 for 50 credits all the way up to $375 for 5,000. By the time you're actually using Fireflies at scale, the real cost is significantly higher than what you see on the pricing page. So how do you actually choose between these four? There are 4 questions worth asking before you decide. First, does bot-free recording matter to you? If you're doing any client-facing interviews or sensitive conversations where a visible bot would change how open a candidate is, that narrows the list down fast. Second, which platforms does your team actually use? If it's anything beyond Google Meet, Dover drops off the list immediately. Third, what's your real budget once you factor in credits, per seat pricing, and storage limits? The sticker price on some of these tools look reasonable until you start using the features you actually need. And fourth, do you have any compliance requirements around where your data is stored or how long it's retained? If you work in a regulated industry or handle sensitive candidate information, that needs to drive the conversation before anything else does. Run through these 4 questions honestly, and the right tool becomes obvious pretty quickly. Look, there is no single best tool for every recruiter, but if you want something that works across every platform, records without a visible bot, connects to your ATS, and doesn't send you a surprise invoice at the end of the month, Bluedot is the easiest call on the list. If you grab that free template from the description earlier, you're already ahead of most people starting their first structured recruiting process. And if you want to try Bluedot itself, you can start for free with no credit card needed and get your first 5 meetings recorded and summarized before you spend a single dollar. The link is in the description. If this video just saved you from picking the wrong tool, or at least made the choice a whole lot easier, go and check out the video on screen right now. I'm sure you'll love it. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.